What's up, guys? Back again with another UFC video. This video is all about the UFC 204 card, BISPING versus Henderson. And yeah, I'm going to be doing the FS1 Prelims portion. I've already done a video on the Fight Pass Prelims, and yeah, you guys can check that out. That also includes this fight, Lucas versus Mark. It used to be on the Fight Pass Prelims, but it got promoted to the FS1 Prelims since the Font versus Whistle fight ended up getting cancelled. So yeah, I've talked about this fight right here already on the Fight Pass Prelims video, so you guys can check that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead here to Edwards versus Tumenov. So let's go ahead and get started here. We got two welterweight fighters. Loading up their pages right now. Now I loaded up the pages so I can give you guys some quick info pretty much, and just show off a little bit of their stats. Okay, so here's Edwards' page. Summary of striking. He's coming off a win against Dominic Waters. You know, I forgot who I picked in that fight to win. I want to say I picked Edwards to win, but then at the same time, maybe I was thinking maybe I threw in Waters. I forgot who was cheaper on DraftKings. Anyways, yeah, Edwards ended up beating Dominic Waters, who's a grappler. Yeah, and he actually kind of out-grappled him a little bit. You guys can see by the stats there, he ended up getting 2 takedowns of his own. Showed good takedown defense. Obviously, his striking, you know, he had more significant strikes. Very low volume though. I noticed this with Edwards. You guys could see his fights. His volume is very low. As you can see, 36. The highest it's ever been is pretty much 36 from what I'm looking at here. So he doesn't throw a lot of strikes. He just throws a lot of, like, you know, very short combinations, and you know, then resets. He never just starts unloading on his opponent like Tumenov does. So that's something to note here. Real quick here. Okay. Thoughts on his opponent. It says Albert's a good opponent. Is currently ranked at 15 in the UFC. Thinks he matches up well with him. Both like striking, and it should be a good match. Yep. This actually should be a pretty good fight. 2 strikers. Okay. Yeah, well, those are the stats pretty much right there. But yeah, Edwards did end up getting that win against Dominic Waters, just pretty much kind of out grappling him. So now we go on to Tumenov's page. Stand-up kickboxing, stand-up boxing and slash kickboxing. I mean, that's his summary there. He's coming off a loss that snapped his, look at that, 5-fight win streak. He got tapped out in the second round against Gunnar Nelson, who is obviously an unorthodox striker. Well, actually unorthodox grappler, you know, with a unorthodox striking game pretty much. Has like a karate style, moves well, and overall not a bad striker. So actually in this fight, Tumenov actually got kind of outstruck by Nelson, but I think that was because Tumenov knew the takedowns were coming, so he was very, you know, tentative, and yeah, he couldn't really get his striking really going like how he usually does. But yeah, this fight snapped his win streak, 5-fight win streak, where he was kind of just knocking everybody out. A lot of people in the first round. Ended up getting some decision wins against Musuke, and then against Lawrence Larkin also got a split decision win against him. But let's go ahead and talk about both these guys though. So both these guys, good strikers. Edwards, like I said, he's very low volume, while Tumenov likes a lot of volume and a lot of power. Edwards here, I would say, is more technical. He's more precise, more accurate. Better strike and defense. As you can see there by on paper, Tumenov does get hit a lot more. Both these guys very durable. Do not see a finish happening in this fight, even though both of them do got power. I would say Tumenov has the power advantage though. I don't really see a finish happening here. I think it's going to stay on the feet unless Edwards wants to take it to the ground, man. This guy has, you know, some takedowns. You know, I see him do these little trips in that Dominic Waters fight. And Edwards been, you know, working on his wrestling for a while now, so, you know, obviously he's working on his wrestling, you know, to counter wrestlers from taking him down, so, you know, he could implement his striking game. So pretty much that's why, you know, Edwards is working on his wrestling, but his striking is still good. He throws, you know, some knees, some sharp hands. Pretty sure he's a southpaw. And Tumenov here is an orthodox fighter. I don't think they list it here, but yeah. Anyways, that's what I was seeing anyway in the stances on the recent fights. But yeah, so Edwards here, good striker, like I said, more accurate. He's kind of like, I want to say like Lawrence Larkin, because Lawrence Larkin's a lot better, I would say, with the striking, but you know, he's similar to Lawrence Larkin, I would say. Tumanov, like I said, this guy has a lot of power. His striking's good, a lot of volume. What else? Oh yeah, his take on defense is not too good. You know, it's lacking. Nelson was able to take him down. So his ground game needs a lot of work. I feel Edwards is better in the ground, but I know Edwards here is the underdog, as you guys can see right here in the odds. Edwards, there he is, plus 215. And usually the way I make my picks is I pick, you know, underdogs, and they would fit well, like on DraftKings and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Edwards here, guys. He's the underdog, so I gotta pick him. You know, Tumanov, I could see him winning, but I could also see Edwards, you know, squeaking this win out. I just feel this is going to be a good matchup. Maybe if Tumanov's pressure really gets to Edwards, maybe he might start firing a lot of combinations back or something like that. It might just turn into like a firefight. Either way, I kind of see Edwards winning this fight with his striking, just kind of outpointing Tumanov. It might be a kind of a close fight. It might be a split decision win, but I think Edwards is going to get it done, guys. And yeah, as you guys can see right there, he's fighting out of Birmingham, England, so hometown advantage for him. So I think Edwards wins by split decision, guys. So I'm picking Edwards by decision. Moving on, I got Davey Grant versus Damian Stasiak. You know, I'm not really going to open up their pages on this one, but Davey Grant here is pretty much the better fighter. You know, he's the longer fighter, even though the reach actually says Stasiak's longer, but you know, Davey Grant looks a lot bigger. He has the better multi-striking. Stasiak is mostly a submissions fighter, and if he could get to the ground, you know, he could really implement his game. But you know, in submissions also, Grant is pretty good in that also. So you know, Grant has good striking, good multi-striking, and a good submission game, and he's very relentless. So I think, you know, with that combination of just being the better striker and also having a really good ground game, I think it's going to keep, you know, Stasiak on the back foot. And it's pretty much going to make Stasiak get another loss here. I think Stasiak is coming off a win. When I check this record, he's coming off a win against kind of some unknown guy. Well, before that, he lost the fight. And yeah, this guy doesn't throw too much strikes or anything like that. You guys can see there, strikes 9 per minute. Does have a good takedowns, but like I said, Grant's also very good on the ground. So I think that's going to counter that. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and take Davey Grant to win this fight, guys. Davey Grant has a lot of finishes by submission, but like I said, Stasiak is good on the ground, so I don't see this fight going to submission, to decision. I don't see this fight, you know, ending in a finish by submission. Could be maybe a late TKO for Grant, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say Davey Grant by decision. So let's go ahead and move on to the featured fight on the FS1 Prelims. We got Brad One Punch Pickett versus Yuri Alcantara, who's, you know, used to be top 15, not anymore. So Brad Pickett's coming off a win against Francisco Rivera, even though it was a split decision win, and a lot of people thought Pickett lost the fight. He is coming off a win. Alcantara's coming off a loss. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go ahead and just open up Alcantara's page here. Pretty sure it's lost against Rivera. Yeah, Jimmy Rivera got some takedowns in that fight of the night. Anyways, yeah, Alcantara's coming off a loss also. So yeah, Pickett here, good boxer, has some really good takedowns also, as you can see by his takedown stats. But he's also shown it in his fights against Francisco Rivera. I'm pretty sure he took him down. Landed good shots. This guy still has power. I remember he was doing well against Almeida until he caught that knee to the head. So, you know, this guy's getting older, but seems to be still fighting pretty good. Alcantara here, this guy is very like neutral, you know, not super like aggressive or anything like that. He just kind of hangs back a lot, counters. I never see him really pressing forward. Has a good ground game, you know. Alcantara has a BJJ black belt, so like I said, he has a better ground game. While with jiu-jitsu, his takedown defense on paper is not very good. Let's go ahead and just look at Brad Pickett's recent fights so you guys can just scope that out real quick. But yeah, see, as you can see in the Rivera fight, Pickett actually landed 3 takedowns, and he was using the takedowns to score points, and it really helped him win this fight. And I think in this fight, you know, it's not a similar matchup at all because Alcantara isn't a power puncher and a wrestler kind of ish like Rivera is. But you know, I think it's gonna stay on the feet unless Pickett wants to take it to the ground and just, you know, score some points, or you just win this fight by decision and stuff like that. Because I don't really see this fight going to a finish. Alcantara is very durable. Pickett has shown, you know, some good durability also. It's hard to put him down, and especially fighting in, you know, his home country, you know, over there in England. So, like I said, that just being in that home country is going to give him another advantage when it comes to the scorecards. And I think he might get another split decision win here, guys. So, you know, I like Pickett winning this fight. He's an underdog, and you know, I do see him pretty much winning this fight. I know I'm hearing that, you know, he's had like a back injury, but you know, he's still kind of fighting and stuff like that. Kind of has like a bad back, but that doesn't really bother me. From what I've seen in his fights, it doesn't really affect him. So yeah, pretty sure he could just kind of like salve it out and just win the fight. I could just see him pretty much outstriking Alcantara on the feet with his good boxing, mixing in his takedowns, landing, you know, maybe 3 or 4 takedowns in the fight, winning by split decision pretty much. I don't really see Alcantara going for takedowns or anything like that. See him just kind of want to keep it on the feet. And like I said, if Pickett doesn't like it on the feet, he can just take it to the ground, and I'm pretty sure he'll be alright on the ground. So yeah, I like Pickett winning by decision. So to recap here, guys, like I said, I've done a video already on this fight, but Edwards and Tumanov, I'm picking Edwards by decision. He's one of my underdogs to win. Picking Grant by decision, and I'm picking Pickett by decision, another one of my underdogs. So Edwards and Pickett here are my underdogs on the FS1 Prelims, and I'm thinking both of them have a really good chance of winning. So yeah, for my confidence here on Edwards, I'm going to go ahead and say 3 out of 5 on my confidence level. Davy Grant, 5 out of 5, very confident. Pickett, 4 out of 5. Like I said, pretty confident here with these picks. And I'm pretty sure I'll have Pickett and Edwards on some lineups, DraftKings, so I can afford some more expensive players, or some more expensive fighters, I mean. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about these picks. And yeah, if you guys haven't joined DraftKings for some reason, you guys should join that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and make some of this money. Got the link below in the description. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the main card picks video. Alright, catch you on the next one.